If you're not listening to the Smoke World podcast, you're wasting your time, you mortal.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone. So go grab that stick, go grab a glass or whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have that conversation. You can follow me on Instagram at Smoke World Podcast. Email stone@smokeworldpodcast.com and the website, folks, smokeworldpodcast.com. This episode is a short but sweet episode. I'm actually chit-chatting with one of the brothers of the Leaf, who's the rep for Stolen Throne Cigars, a brother named Kevin. He kind of shares what's going on. They got a new release cigar, the Three Kingdoms. He's going to get into that. He's going to share some of the things they got going on, some of the events, some places where you can actually follow these guys and maybe meet these guys. Again, great group of guys. Had JR there, Josh. So sit back, enjoy, and we'll check you out on the other side. What's up, folks? Here we're at the lounge today at the event, and I had the pleasure of talking to one of the Stolen Throne reps, Kevin. We're here with the Three Kingdoms release, brand new cigar in the lineup. So, Kevin, appreciate you being here, brother. Just going to talk to you for a couple minutes, get a little demographics on where you from, bro.
I'm originally from New Jersey. I'm a New Hampshire guy too, but live right now. Currently, we're living in Virginia.
Okay, Virginia. Okay, that's a military town.
That's it. That's right. Yeah, we're all from the Newport News area right now, doing our distribution and our headquarters out of there for Stolen Throne Cigars.
Yes, sir. Okay, are you part of the military?
I am. I'm active duty. I'm getting ready to retire, so in the next year and a half, I'll be full time with the company, doing Stolen Thrones on the road. Unfortunately, Lee couldn't be with us today. He's having an addition to the family. So the owner, Lee, but I got a couple other guys with me. I got the Smoky Panda, Josh, my partner in crime, and then we got the other owner, JR, out here, just doing good work.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate it. Now, how long have you been with the company?
So right around the 2-year mark. So we're coming up on 2 years together. The cigar company's been out a little bit longer than that, and I got with the guys, and we've been taking over the world, trying to one piece at a time. All
right. Now, interesting story. So I love to get backstories.
Okay.
How did you get this job, brother?
I met the guys at the lounge. I had a little bit of a woodworking business on the side, and I talked with Lee, and he said, "Hey, could you make me a cigar box?" And I said, "Yeah, man, I can make a cigar box." And I made a bunch of really bad cigar boxes until we got to the product that we have now. So when you go in the retail lounges and all the shops, you'll see our retail packs. It's our special trays. And what we try to do, we try to make it different than everybody else. So what we did was we made a 12-inch box that holds 40 cigars. So in the typical space of a cigar box that holds 20, we can actually hold our whole product line. So 36 inches of space holds our entire product line. Better for the retailers, more product for the consumers to take a look at, and we just like to mix them up and make them look cool.
Okay, so you trying to say at the end of the day, you got some skills that you might be holding out on.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so now is this something you do for fun, or can folks look you up and say, "Yo, Kev, I saw the box. I need one of those boxes."
They can't get the box. These are for retailers only, right? So these are special for our retailers.
Money, cash moves everything around me. Cream, get the money.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Exactly.
Nothing. We don't give out the boxes. They're special for our retailers. And what we do is really strategic partnerships. Just like here at Cigar Sessions, we started with Pat when he first opened, and we love to do strategic marketing and partnerships where we want to make this cigar something that you want to go get at a great lounge like Cigar Sessions.
Okay, I'm mad at you. Gotcha. All right, so let's talk about the new release. You guys do have a few cigars, Call of Arms, my go-to, the Crook of the Crown, one of my favorites there. So let's talk about what you got going on as far as the new release. How has the reception been with
highly anticipated
three,
response, right?
So
the highly anticipated release, this is something that Lee has worked on probably longer than most of the other projects. So this was a really big project for him to work on. He's a big Habano guy, so this is our Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro over all Nicaraguan binders and fillers. And the Three Kingdoms comes from 3 different regions of Nicaragua, so that's a little trick. It was our naming convention. So this is something that Lee was really passionate about bringing, and that's why the Habano took so long to come to market. He tried so many cigars, man. Let me tell you, it's a hard thing to have to do, to smoke cigars with your friends until the boss can get the project right. And so finally, I think he hit it out of the park. It's been well received in all of our lounges and our shops. It's been a fantastic addition to the lineup. I think it really rounds out our portfolio in terms of boldness and strength and spice, and it really brings another aspect to our flavor profiles.
Okay, now I won't get you in trouble now. I just want to ask this question.
Oh, don't do it.
I'm going to ask you this question, brother. Now, for me, personally, again, it's a personal opinion, I'm a Crook of the Crown guy. So if I had to number them, 1, 2, 3, personally, Crook of the Crown for me, the Call of Arms, then Three Kingdoms. For you. Again, you can't go wrong.
I know it.
You can't go wrong because you're standing within the brand.
What do they say, your favorite child, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm with you on number 1, right?
Okay.
It's always the Crook of the Crown. That's what I fell in love with when I met the guys and got into the business with, was the Crook of the Crown. That San Andreas Maduro just hits.
Yes.
Second for me, that makes a hard run at the top, is the Three Kingdoms, our new release. I think it's just an awesome cigar. It's been so good. That Box Fresh Toro is just killing the game. The Robusto with a little bit of extra spice. And then bringing up the portfolio, we smoke a lot of Call to Arms. It's just an easy everyday smoke. Great, Sumatra profile for the guys who like Sumatras. And I think we have the complete package. I really think we do.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to go back to the Crook of the Crown because I discovered that a little over a year or so ago. And I know they were kind of like out of stock for a little while. There was some things going on with like storm weather, things of that nature with the factory. So it came back. Now, again, this is my personal opinion. Again, this is all personal. It had a slightly different flavor profile to me. Slightly different. And we had a little discussion before we got on air about there were some different things that were going on with that particular brand. So can you explain to the people who may have that same palate and say, hey, there's a difference?
So it's not technically different. So with the tobacco purchasing, getting that San Andreas Maduro, we were experiencing stuff logistically and getting some stuff. So we changed a little bit of the priming. Lee did a ton of research and a ton of background to make it the same cigar. So really it didn't change. It just the wrapper got a little bit thicker to protect it during the shipping process. It prevents the cracking, so it prevents any kind of damage during the shipping. Just makes it a little tougher, right? That San Andreas is a really fragile wrapper. You ask him, he spends a lot of time working on wrappers. He spends a lot of time blending cigars. So that change wasn't really necessarily a change to the cigar. It was just a change in the thickness of the wrapper to give it a little bit more body for the shipping process and to get it here safely and get it in your hands, right? Okay. You spend your money on it. I don't want to have any troubles with it.
Absolutely. Okay, so you don't think it changed the flavor profile?
No. The flavor profile has always been on point. It's one of the, it's our, like I said, it's my favorite, but it's the pride and joy. The line was the first one out. It changed the boutique cigar game, changing the world, and I think Lee continues to hit it out of the park with all of his cigars.
All right, so now let's talk about the factory. Okay, now who's rolling your cigars for you guys? Because there's a array of cigars right now, folks. Obviously, you can't see this, but there's a array of cigars that's on the table. So let's get into, again, who's rolling the factory, a little demographics on that particular person who's making this stuff happen for you guys.
Sure. So we're partnered with the Rojas factory out of Esteli. So one of the premier rollers, he's a cigar master blender. If you haven't had the Rojas line, he does a fantastic job with the Rojas line. He does a lot of work with a lot of shops to do a lot of great things. But we're with the Rojas factory right now. Primarily, that's where we're rolled out of. So all of our stuff comes from there. And if you follow Noel online, he's doing a lot of renovations, some big things. He's really making it a full experience in the factory, getting everybody more space, more tobacco, more places to age it and dry it and ferment it. And he's doing huge stuff down in Esteli.
Nice. Okay, so you guys are right now on this particular tour for the new release of the new cigar, Three Kingdoms. So I want you to let the folks know where you're going to be. So right now we're here in Delaware at the lounge.
Delaware.
Yeah, we're in Middletown at Cigar Sessions. So what's the lineup for the events?
Okay.
Where you're going to be? Let the folks know who are listening, so maybe they come out and meet and greet.
Absolutely, yeah, we'd love to. So we have a very busy month coming up. We're trying to cram in a bunch of events before the end of the year and before we take our Christmas break. So today we're in Middletown at Cigar Sessions, the premier Middletown Cigar Sessions lounge, right? Which is a great spot. Pat does an awesome job out here. Tomorrow we'll be up in Exeter, Pennsylvania at Sun Cigar.
Okay.
There's a brand new shop up there, so we'll be up in Pennsylvania. Next week on Friday we'll be at Tobacco Leaf in Jessup, Maryland. So we'll be doing Tobacco Leaf. Great spot if you haven't been over there. The following week on Sorry, we're watching football. So sorry about that. So the next week on Thursday we'll be at the Wooden Indian up in Pennsylvania, and then we will be at Widmer's on Friday, and then the Saturday we'll be down at Afterburner in North Carolina, Lillington, North Carolina. Great military-owned shop down there in North Carolina. So we're kind of hitting all over the place and trying to get as many events in as we can before the Christmas break.
Now, is there a place anywhere online can folks go to get the cigar if they can't make it to these events?
Absolutely. So a lot of our retailers will do some online sales, but we have a premier online retailer at CigarFederation.com. So they are our online retailer. You can also find us paired up with the it's Luxury Cigar Club. So if you're part of Luxury Cigar Club, we do a lot of our products with them. But our premier online retail spot is going to be Cigar Federation.
Okay. Now, I'm asked a question now you may not know the answer to. It's probably more of a Lee question.
I got to call Lee.
You're right. So maybe Lee might have shared this with you.
Yeah, right?
When does one know, again, when you're in the cigar game, that, hey, you know what? I made it. I made it a name for myself. I put a staple on this particular cigar game. Did Lee ever share that experience with you guys and say, hey, fellas, you know what? I think I did it. I think I made it. I think I put a dent in this cigar game. I put my name out there. This particular cigar is out in the public, and it's getting recognition.
Here's the craziest part, right? Lee is one of the most humble dudes I know, so he'll never tell me if he made it, right? So we give him a hard time all the time. He says, hey, man, you're popular in the game now. And no. But the best part about it is he's really humble in the game. He appreciates all of our customers and our retailers, and that's what it's about. It's not about us making it in the game or Lee making it in the game and putting his name out there. It's about providing a superior product. It's about taking the boutique world and doing something different than everybody else. And that's what we're trying to do. He'll never tell you that he made it. In fact, we spend a lot of time.
Let me help you guys out. Yeah, you made it. So
we spend a lot of time with a lot of anxiety talking him down, saying, hey, man, this is good. Trust me, this Habano project, we told him a million times that this cigar is good, this is the one, and he said, no, it's not right, I got to do it again. No, it's not right, I got to do it again. And we're telling him he's crazy, man. We have so many cigars, but I think it was fantastic for him to, we do give him some a little riling up about it, but he puts his heart and soul into this stuff. He truly cares about the retailers, the customers, and as a business, he's taking care of all of us. He's bringing us up with him. Like we said, we're just trying to change the boutique cigar game. We're trying to provide the best quality product for the best price, and we're trying to give you an experience every single time. Every time you come to a lounge, hang out with the Throne Crew. Every time we do an event, we're selling cigars. We're talking with you, watching football, sharing drinks, whatever. The camaraderie and the brotherhood, that's what we're trying to do. So what it really is for him, and I don't think you'll never hear him say he made it, right? And there's a little picture of Lee we're looking at right now, just in case everybody can see us pointing.
He's looking at us right now.
Yeah, the little tiny Lee pointing at us. But he'll never say he made it, and that's part of one of the best things of working with him and for him is that he's so humble in the game. And it's really not about us, man. It's about the customers and it's about the retailers.
All right, gotcha. Like I said, quickly, again, it's social media. Where can folks find you guys on social media?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're on all platforms of social media. You can find us on Instagram at Stolen Throne Cigars. Stolen Throne Cigars on Facebook. We have a page. It's called The Throne Room. So you can get invited to that page. We all have our own Instagrams. Mine's Kevin _ Stolen Throne Cigars. We have Phil. It's our Southern sales rep down in Texas. He's Phil, FILL _ Stolen Throne Cigars. And you have Josh _ Stolen Throne Cigars. So we're on all platforms of social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You name it, we're trying to get out there and get, and that's what we like. Connect with us, hit us up. We got swag. So if you want to purchase some stuff for us, we don't have a website yet. We're getting there. Okay. But if you want to purchase some stuff for us, find us on social media. Send us a message. We'd be happy to hook you up with some stuff. And then look for us on the road. We got a lot of stuff coming up in 2022. A lot of events. We're starting to plan, the global takeover. Right? We're trying to. Right.
Now, speaking of what you got coming up.
Okay.
Now, is there anything, I know you may be limited on what you can say about what's going on with the brand. Do you have anything that you guys now, again, Lee just brought out the Three Kingdoms. I know it might be too premature to say, wait a minute, Stone, you just brought this out. Now you want a new cigar? It's always something in the makings.
Right. So he's constantly working, right? Constantly hustling, constantly blending cigars, working on projects. working on different things with different retailers. So there could be some, in 2022, there could be some shop exclusives coming for some places. I can't tell you where.
What you mean?
Whoa.
Security.
I can't tell you where, but but definitely keep an eye on the social media platforms. You're going to see some stuff. We've done some releases this past year with a few shops for some exclusive. Cigar Federation had an exclusive. One of our good friends at Winston's Humidor down in Midlothian, they do a release every year, the Argos. So there's some stuff that comes out that you got to keep an eye on. You got to hit those drops so they go quick. And then one of the big things we hear is, where's this? Where's that? And hey, once they're gone, they're gone. So, but definitely keep an eye out on the social media platforms. We always put everything out there for everybody to see and what's coming.
All right, cool. Okay, is there anything I didn't ask you maybe that you want to share in this short amount of time real quick? Let the folks know anything that maybe we didn't cover. I know it's a short amount of time, but just maybe something like Stone you didn't ask me. I think this needs to get out there.
We're just happy to be here. We're happy to be on the podcast, be with you. We're happy to have all of our retailers and our customers. We're super thankful for how well the Three Kingdoms is doing, and we owe that all to the customers, man. They pushed it over the top. They're just taking the world by storm with it. It was highly anticipated, and as soon as it hit, we were packing cigars faster than we could get them. So we're super happy about that. We're glad to round out the portfolio for 2021. Another successful year for Stolen Throne Cigars. So, and we're honestly, we're blessed in the game that we can keep doing this. We can keep providing great products, great customers, and great retailer interaction.
Brother, I appreciate you sharing a quick snippet of what's going on. You gave a whole broad spectrum of what's taking place at Stolen Thrones. Keep up the good work. Thank you for being a guest.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, folks, there you have it. Another episode of Smoke World in the books. Again, you can follow me on Instagram, Smoke World Podcast. Email, stone@smokeworldpodcast.com. The website, smokeworldpodcast.com. Again, folks, we came to you live at the lounge. You heard all the background, watching football. This is what we do. This is what we enjoy. So look, folks, I appreciate you listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And most of all, folks, most of all, be safe, okay? Be safe. I will check you out on the other side. Peace.